Story time about how I met a middle-aged man who's going through a midlife crisis who worked for my dad at a party. This story's kind of fuzzy because I wasn't really friends with this man, but it was weird. So I used to hang out with these people and they would just basically drink all the time. It was kind of like, if you know what like a punk house is, it was that vibe. It's like a punk house minus the punk. There was one punk, but anyways, I come downstairs one morning because I'm dating someone who lives there, and there's just a 40-year-old, I'm assuming, man in the living room. I'm like, why is he here? What's going on? But apparently he was just giving them free stuff and buying their alcohol, so that's why they were keeping him around, right? I should have fucking known at this point. But months later, he's just hanging around the group at this point, so I go to his house because everyone's like, we're doing a party here, whatever, and I'm like, okay, fine. I'll come. I didn't like him though. He gave me bad vibes, and I have really good intuition with people, except for that 56-year-old lady. We don't have to talk about it though. But in my adulthood, I've had pretty good intuition with people, right? So I did not like him. I was like, something's off about this man. Mind you, I was estranged from my father at this point for a year. So I walk into his house and I see the plaques of the place that my dad worked, and I was like, oh, my dad worked there. And he goes, what's your dad's name? I say my dad's name. Oh my god, I love your dad. Starts dick riding my dad, who I'm estranged from at the time. Talking how he's so amazing, he loves my father, my dad's so great to him, he's such a good boss. I'm like, there's no way, shut up. And I've since gotten back into contact with my dad, and I told him about this story. My dad says that he must have been lying and that he must not have known him. I don't know who's lying, because my dad doesn't have a great track record either, but they both have the same name, which is crazy. I was 19 years old when this happened. So yeah, I don't know why a 40-year-old man with kids is hanging out with a 19-year-old. He had just gone through a divorce, midlife crisis, I guess, but that's crazy. That must be why she divorced him. And then he was like, can you guys sign your name on this pole? Sign your name on this pole. It was a pole in his apartment. And I was like, I didn't really want to, but I didn't say no. I was like, I'll sign it later. And he kept trying to make sure that I was going to sign the pole. He was literally following me around the apartment, asking me questions like, will you sign this pole? Will you sign this pole? I'm like, bro. And then his friends that were there were in their 30s and 40s. And I was like, yeah, this is crazy because you should not be hanging out with someone my age. But whatever. I'm pretty sure that the way that they stopped hanging out with him was crazy too. It ended up being a wild thing, but I never went back to his house after that night because he gave me the weirdest vibes, and I felt like I was kind of in danger for some reason. He gives you the vibes where whatever he says goes, and you feel like you're actually in danger if you don't do what he says. So yeah, scary guy, but I'm pretty sure something weird and crazy happened with him, but I don't really know because I was not there whenever we stopped being friends. So, my bad for the intro. Technically I didn't meet him at the party, but I found out that he worked for my dad at the party, and I was really weirded out by that. Sir.